Hello, my name is Jeff Hansen. I have the privilege of leading the Microsoft Brand Studio. I'm going to take a few minutes to share with you our strategy for how we work with a wide range of partners around the globe to help us accomplish our brand goals and make our brand relevant in culture. All of our work around our brand begins with our company's mission, which is to empower every person and organization on the planet to achieve more. One of the many things I love about this mission is it really grounds us in the things that our customers accomplish, the amazing things people do every day, oftentimes using our products. Another construct that informs our approach to partnerships is my belief in modern branding, particularly branding for a company like Microsoft. For a company like ours, I'm a big believer that branding is all about breaking through in culture and being relevant. And I couldn't agree more with this statement than that branding as a discipline is really a set of techniques, actions, behaviors designed to generate cultural relevance. And so this is also at the heart of our partnership approach. So the strategy with our partnerships really is the intersection of topics that people are passionate about, purpose, and having a product truth. So in terms of product truth, what I mean here is that when we select a passion area, select an appropriate partner in that passion area, then our focus is to apply our technology and our technology expertise to help that partner further their goals, to transform their organization or their cause, and to help them engage their fans and their followers. And we believe if we do this in a tangible, meaningful, and authentic way, that their fans and their followers will become fans of ours. We try to be very thoughtful about the areas we invest in. This is important for a company like Microsoft, given the breadth of our business, the range of technologies we have, the fact that billions of people use our products every day, the fact that we want to be relevant around the globe. So the trick here is to make certain we have enough diversity to showcase our technologies and be relevant to a wide range of people, but that we're not so spread out that it becomes confusing or unwieldy. The areas that we're focused on with our partnerships and sponsorships are sports, music, arts and culture. So this is arts institutions, museums, science centers, as well as with artists themselves, various social good causes and initiatives, and the fashion industry. And we tell stories at multiple levels. We tell stories about organizations as well as the amazing individuals that work within them. Now I'm excited to share with you some of the actual work that we've done. I'm going to share with you 3 partnerships. For each, I'll do a brief introduction to the project that we were working on, and then I'll play a video that demonstrates the work that we did together even further. The first example is in our music discipline with an artist named Lauv. We partnered with Lauv to digitize his My Blue Thoughts initiative, which was essentially a box that he encouraged people who attended his shows to drop kind of their thoughts into, and that he'd share on social media, etc., just to be more inclusive around people having mental health challenges or depressing thoughts. And so we've used our various technologies, including our AI technology, to create a global platform for his My Blue Thoughts initiative. Here, we'll take a look.
How would my fans describe Lauv? I think a weirdo. That's how they describe me. Music has been my way to figure out what's subconsciously going on with myself. I go in and it's really therapeutic. I'm the type of person that just feels more comfortable when I'm an open book. And so, especially when I was kind of going through a really dark time, I wanted to let people into it. I was really, really nervous the first time I started talking about, my mental health. For me, I almost feel like my experience isn't valid enough to be spoken about. And I think that's probably a tough thing that a lot of people experience. So My Blue Thoughts, it started a few years ago because the same way that music for me is like my place to discover and confront my feelings and whatever's going on in my life, I wanted to create that same kind of vibe for people who came to the show. The My Blue Thoughts box where people could drop a little note and people use it as this place to get something off their chest, which I think is really cool. Now partnering with Microsoft, the mybluethoughts.world website is like so much more expansive than it was before. They can either speak or they can type text, speak about whatever's going on in their life, and upload basically a silhouetted photo of themselves. There's a really amazing AI component of it that Microsoft developed that will analyze what's being said, even in different languages, and can then take that information and classify and sort out different experiences. So there's like keywords like lonely, or a keyword like depression, or whatever's going on in somebody's life. All over the world, it's all mapped out and organized by what these experiences are. I just think the new experience is gonna be much easier to connect with other people. Because I think that was like something that was hard before, is really trying to figure out how you can organize people's experiences and try to make them feel like, you know, no matter where they are in the world, they can see that somebody else is experiencing something really similar or exactly the same. I've never really seen somebody do something like this, so I think it's actually quite a big risk, but I think a really beautiful risk.
The next project I'm going to share is a project we did in partnership with the Met and MIT. And the focus of this project was to come up with ways we might make the Met's incredible art collection more accessible to people around the globe, and even make it more relevant and more modern. The approach we took here was a hackathon approach, where we invited in a wide range of people from various fields to work together and ideate ways that we could make the collection more accessible. This is an approach that we've done with a number of partnerships and that we find very effective.
For us, it's important to understand the Met is not just a place that you visit. It's really a great service to an audience all around the world.
We believe we have one object that can inspire every single person in the planet. How can we reduce the distance between each of those people and the object that will inspire them? In February 2017, the museum made the decision to release all the images and data of our public domain artwork, free of any copyright restriction.
We are photographing all of our 2 million objects that the Met houses. Our task is really to share our collection, to disseminate our knowledge to as many people as possible.
Now we want to ask a question. Using AI technologies, what can people build on that? We've brought together teams from the Met, Microsoft, MIT, and we have a hackathon happening.
We can create experiences around art that really have never been seen before, because the technology we have today has never been available before.
Artificial intelligence finds patterns that the human eye doesn't capture, and we start actually learning about ourselves better than we probably knew already.
One way that we preserve culture is to give people tools to create new things with it and to spread those creations across the globe.
Because these two worlds of tech and art are bleeding closer together, that creates a fertile ground for new projects and perspectives on technology that we can't yet even predict. So to me, it feels a bit like a renaissance.
This is the museum of the world, about the world, and for the world. Here tonight to celebrate our new and really important partners, MIT and Microsoft. You will see here outcomes of our first collaborations.
AI is enabling us to actually play with the data itself, to generate new narratives. And then on the other hand, being creative has always pushed technology beyond its boundaries. I hope that people will start to see some of the promise that it holds to be a more inclusive and a diverse platform for people to jump in and play in.
As a museum experience starts becoming more than just a visit to a museum, we're looking at the space of what we can do in a virtual world. The more people become aware, actually, what's in the Met is relevant to me. But ultimately, it's those ideas we want people to take away with them. It's the connections to culture, the connections to history.
The last partnership I want to share is near and dear to my heart. It's our partnership with Special Olympics International. They're one of our longest standing partners. With this specific project, we focused on their global youth leadership program and how we might use our products, particularly Microsoft Teams, to connect that global community together and make it easier and more compelling for them to collaborate.
Special Olympics is not just one event, but is an ongoing movement. We want youth leaders to show up not only with the vision, but ultimately the power to change the community to be a more inclusive place.
Me and my athlete partner, we are a unified pair, and we're going to tell you more about what intellectual disability is and what Special Olympics is about. Me and Shrey, we have a much larger vision of trying to integrate both special schools and mainstream schools together.
Me and Simran working together, understanding together is very important because you as a role model for India and other country.
As ambassadors of this movement, we have the responsibility of spreading the word.
One of the most common experiences of intellectual disability is isolation. As we can start to connect people to each other, they realize that it's not an isolated experience. It's a global movement to change the world to be a more inclusive place. We want to be able to train and empower a youth leader in Connecticut to work well with a youth leader in Nairobi, to work well with a youth leader in Mumbai. The advent of more and more digital tools to make this happen unlocks a whole new dimension of the movement for us.
Share your story, share your opinion, share your words. That create new idea, new mindset, and teach upcoming new generation.
We see Microsoft Teams as a platform and a partner in creating the communities of inclusion that are
So to recap, I shared with you our approach and strategy with partnerships, grounded in our company mission, grounded in the belief that modern branding is about breaking through and being relevant in culture, and our belief that it's important to deliver authenticity and to do something meaningful, grounded in our technology and our product truth. What I'd like to close with is sharing a little bit about how we share these stories and make people aware of them. And we try to create a win-win situation where people engage with us and learn about the stories and learn about our role, while also creating a platform for our amazing partners to share the incredible work that they're doing. And so we take a multifaceted approach. A lot of how we share these stories is through digital and social channels. We have our own website, microsoft.com/inculture, which houses all the stories so people can learn about one story and move on to another and cut across all the areas that we invest in. We've also launched a podcast series. We find that platform is particularly compelling for telling the depth of these partnerships and the amazing work that's being done. And we're constantly challenging ourselves to come up with creative new ways to share all this work. I hope this has been informative and that you've enjoyed some of the stories. Clearly, we're very excited that we have the opportunity to work with these amazing partners on these incredible projects. Thank you for your time.